Breaking news, Conor McGregor is officially out of UFC 303 versus Michael Chandler, and there is a new main event, a new co-main event, and Jamal Hill is also out, so let's get right into the video. 303 is now headlined by Alex Pereira versus Jiri Prochazka, which was a fight that I did see possibly happening at UFC 303. These two fought last year at UFC 295 as the main event after John Jones pulled out, and Tom Aspinall versus Sergey Pavlovich was the co-main event. And this is an amazing fight replacement for UFC 303 in the main event. Alex Pereira is a fan favorite. He absolutely KO'd Jamal Hill at UFC 300, and we all love to see Alex Pereira fight. And Jiri Prochazka, as we know, is such a fun fighter to watch. The way he moves, the way he bounces is absolutely delectable as a fan to see. And I truly love watching both of them fight. And in the co-main event, we have Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez. And I touched on this fight in the last video, but we didn't know if it was official. But Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez is official for UFC 303. And this fight is absolutely stupendous. I love Diego Lopez so much. His grappling ability, his striking ability is uncanny for a featherweight, and Brian Ortega is one of the best featherweights of all time to not win a title. Yes, I understand he's up there in that upper echelon, not like a Volkanovski or a Max Holloway or a Jose Aldo, but he has been around for a long time. He got a massive win over Yair Rodriguez, and this fight is going to be absolutely insane. And Jamal Hill got pulled from UFC 303 to where now Carlos Ulberg is fighting Anthony Smith at UFC 303. This fight is very good. Anthony Smith beat Victor Petrinho, I think it was, at UFC 301. And Carlos Ulberg won at UFC St. Louis this year versus Alonzo Menafield, and this is a very good replacement fight, just in case of Jamal Hill, just to add it and move it down the card. I'm assuming Ian Gary versus Michael Venom Page will move up in the card, but ultimately the UFC did an amazing job saving this card. I know it's no Conor McGregor, and I know that this fight is trying to be rebooked, but I don't know how sane it's going to be. I think Jiri Prochazka versus Alex Pereira is going to be a banger main event, and I cannot wait to see it happen. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Fight Season MMA. I will get to breaking down these fights more individually tomorrow, but it's late at night now, and I want to, go to bed. And I saw this right before I was going to head to bed, and I thought I would have to make a video on it to get it out there. Please let me know what you think about Alex Pereira versus Jiri Prochazka 2, Diego Lopez versus Brian Ortega, and Carlos Ulberg versus Anthony Smith on UFC 303. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.